What is up, y'all? We are Bizac for a request. I had one asked a while back about me doing a hero roster, and I had another one that was asked if it was yesterday or sometime today. And so let's go ahead and get into it. As you saw with the Titan, with my score, I normally try to stay within the C grade loot range because I think if you get 180,000 or slightly more than 180,000, then you automatically go to B Lear. I said Lear, B grade loot tier. So real quick, this is the Titan team. Oh yeah, I was asked for a hero roster and a Titan, my Titan lineup for regular Titan. So this is the Titan lineup that I use against the purple spider, Chaos Spider. And when it comes to the blue, red Titan, Fireblade. I come in with this and I move. Yep. I'll switch this over here. That's for the Fireblade Red Fire Titan. Now, if I need to do against the ice, I bring in these heroes. And then I move my troops around. 29. That's what I'll do. And these are normally the battle items I stick with, just so I can get certain, the certain scores, or I won't need to use any battle items anymore after I get to the within the range. So that's against the Ice Titan, the Hammer Giant, the Ice Hammer, and then against the Colossus, Crystallian Colossus, Red Titan, I use this team. And that's because I don't have that one hero that's a Slayer. She's a 5-star defense down. But if I had her, it would just be her, then Costume Marjana, then Zenobia. That's who I would bring in if I had her. So I think I did all that. The blue, the yellow. Oh yeah, last one purple. Throw her there and here. So that's who I bring in for purple. So that's my Titan lineup. If it's the rare Titan, the only time I need to switch out Mickey is against the Thunder Bronco, the ice one. And I'll keep the same green, but I'll switch Mickey out and put Tarlac in there. That's what I'll do. So let's do this. I didn't mean to click name. So purple's first. Oops. Well, let's do this way. All right, so hero roster update. I'm gonna just do it by element. I have specific heroes in purple. Rain, I'm thinking about limit breaking because she can do some damage. And if I put the limit breakers up on her, she will do more than 1475 poison damage over 5 turns. It can get up to 2020. That's like Titan right there. Now, if you watch the war, I think she did 378, 374, and Frigg was dead. Even though Frigg dodged that hit, she was dead. I knew that. So she can't dodge that poison damage over time. If Shishat's costume ever comes into the Soul Exchange chamber, then I'm a gun for her because I have a bunch of heroes that's unlocked, that 5-star heroes that I'm going to throw away. You'll see some of them. I'll name some of them when we come up on them, but I really want her costume. And for the simple fact that you'll see that I already got 2 max, 3 net 370, and 2 range LeBlue. I want to get him going. I'm going to get rid of probably 1 or 2 Hannahs. Dark Lord, he's not a priority. Lepiotas is a priority. Alfrikes are a priority. Mysterio? One of him's going. And Marie, Teresa, 2 of them are going. I have a feeling Makar is going to get a costume, and I'm going to laugh if it's actually good. That a lot of people know Makar was one of the worst characters in the game when I first came in. That's what everybody said, except against, Yellow Titans. But you see all these Shishats. So I need priorities. Guardian Panther as well. I'm going to get rid of that second Kiona. Kiona is a forgotten hero in this game. It's sad. I need to get Hell going as well for mana control. Like, majority of these heroes, second Karnov. For Mythic Titans, he needs to get going for Mythic Titan. You saw, like, this dude, you put him up with defense down, that hero is dead. That hero is dead. There is no, you get a second chance. Unless they got 3 minions or maybe 2. I don't know. But that hero's dead. But with Guardian Gazelle going, yeah, they gone. I know I said before that Topaz is going to be next. But you see I got my Limit Broke White Rabbit, regular White Rabbit with 20, regular white costume. Sorry, I didn't mean to say regular. Costume with 4. And then I got one down here that's still 1-1. My fault. I didn't mean to click on that. Norns, one of Norns. I don't know, Mike Keeper, but he's next after Guardian Gazelle. Then I got 3 Akaras on 1 summons. She was like a 3-piece at the end. So I got 3 of her in 1 shot. But Topaz will be next. I'm gonna probably keep one of him. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Eloise or Wolfgang, but Eloise looks like with all these minions, she can still, help out a lot if you got her. You saw with Guardian Gazelle. I would have to bring in like you saw me do with Garnet or Costume Ariel for her at the highest level, because you saw that Costume Lassie one-shotted her even when she had a little bit of double health. That did like 12 something damage. 1200 and something. I think it was 40 something. Instant kill. Just because her health and defense is that low to be 3-70. So I had to give her double health just to take 1 special to the chin. People say that I'm probably the I'm probably top 3 luckiest player in the game as far as getting hero summons. I don't know. I appreciate all the praise like that. That's not my goal like that, but there's people like Lucky Cat and others I know who they beat me on the collection, and I've willingly let that go. Like they have every hero in the game, literally, and I stopped that. The only thing I went after was key heroes that I needed, and then I can work on when I get a chance. So uh, I do want to get her going eventually, and I don't know. I the Budman 69. Thank you, bro. You said that my yellow heroes is solid, rock solid, and I've made them rock solid. Now I need to get the other four elements rock solid. And some of these Leonidas is two of them are going because I already have one max. I only need four total for the Mythic Titan. So we're going to the blues now. Blues, I need to get solid, and that's because the Minion Wars we could run into some red hero, 5-star or 4-star hero tanks, and I want to make sure that I get my other costume Molasses up. I got to, first before I do that, I need to get this brother right here, his costume first, and then another six. When I get the six, hold on, let's see right here. So I'm two away. When I get two more telescopes, I'm gonna get the other Finn Diggity up, this one right here, and work on his costume. So I need two of those costumes for the Mystic Titan and regular Titan. I might get rid of more King Arthurs. It just depends. But I need to get the other three Mickeys going. The other Jots. And if I get another Frank later this year, the other two, I'll save them and keep them going. I got too many of these Sobeks, so I'm probably going to keep 2 or 3 on deck, and the other ones I'll get rid of. I'll probably get rid of these because I already got one. And I don't need any more healers that y'all already see. Quentin and Mr. Pingy, I have a feeling that Mr. Pingy is going to have a costume because he's the only one. So I'm going to wait and see. He's not high on my list, but I see what everyone does with him. This dude hits like a truck, just like Zhang Fei, the War of the Three Hero, War of the Three Kingdoms. He is devastating, and people look at his initial speed now. It used to be slow, but now it's called Slayer with a question mark. So basically, he's slow, but he has his own mana once he starts going. And just like Caitlyn, you get him going, oh my goodness, this whoever he's hitting is gone. You know, if you have Morel or any of the defense down, yeah, that hero's gone, man. Rusella, I'm going to get rid of one of her. Theobald, I'm going to hold off. Bobo, I'm going to get him going. I need to get more Iris. So this is long term what I'm talking about. It's not like I'm going to do all of this at one time. So I accidentally got an extra Ariel costume. But Athena's, I'm only probably going to keep 2 to 3 around. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see, like, when the smoke clears a year or 2 or 3 down the road, if she's worth, like, keeping multiples or they can go. Based off of my roster, what you're seeing, because I'm probably going to get rid of King Arthur as well. I'm going to keep the Master Leopards because, my goodness, on defense, it sucks that some of these heroes can do damage. High level damage on defense, but on offense, it's not the same. That's just the way it is. Some of my greens, I'm hearing, more heroes is coming for the War of the Three Kingdoms, another new green. And season 5 heroes will come. It is what it is. I know I got a second Evelyn and a second Gregorian. So they're going to be helpful for Mythic Titan. Well, the Mythic Titan, the ice one, doesn't get defense down. So that's where that whole Guardian Chameleon and Norns or who else will come into play, and you bring in a different element to try to do damage or something like that. I don't know. But my second friends, I put him on halt just because I was getting all the other heroes going. Um, Fog is just chilling. I'm only gonna have one ball bar, and probably one of him. Keep one for the sake of it. One of her. Keep Ratataskers for the Mythic Titan. Guardian Chameleons, keep four of them. I got lucky on getting a fourth Tarlac in that one pool with all those three Karas. So you see the Evelyn, you see the Gregorian. I forgot to lock her. Let me see if he's locked. Which one are you? Yep, lock him in. Lady Locke. I feel bad for most of these heroes. Megan, Morgan Le Fay, and them. I don't need this many Alberiches, so I think I'm safe with letting some of them go. Reds. If I could just get the Slayer hero, then I feel set. I'll get her going, especially for Alliance quests. I don't like him as a tank because he's so weak. And when you get your blues, he's dead, like instant dead. And y'all seen it when the blues do show up. Interesting. I'm going to start finishing this last one for him. So, if I get the Red Slayer, I'm just saying if I do, because I'm trying to hold off, then she will go first. Then it will be him next. And another costume Marjana that I got. I need to get her going for Mythic Titan. I need to get him going because he's a way better how you pronounce his name? Farron or Farron. He does the exact same thing, but he's beefier. And he hits. Farron doesn't hit. All he does is just cast the counterattack. But I believe he does when I max him out at 8-8 here, I believe he does 155% damage received for 3 turns, counterattack damage. And then that same thing right there. So he puts up 2. They're both average. He's more tankier, so he can take just a little bit, maybe one more blue, or depending on if people come mono or, well, I got to limit break him as well. So if they go mono ice or they do what I do, 3-1-1 or 3-2, it's going to have to take 6 or 7 towels, maybe 7 or 8 to take him down, especially with this. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. I might get rid of these Santa Claus. I've had a total of, I think, 8 before. But he's just there for cosmetics, just to look cool. Red Hood will go. I don't need that many Red Hood. I'm curious to see these heroes get costumes in the future. Guardian Kong, I don't need his costume, so I didn't fish for it. I'm keeping these 3 Wilbur. Have 4 total, if need be. So this is my hero roster. That's right now. You got the Gargoyles event coming up next, I believe, after the ninjas are done. But if I was you, I'd be focusing on getting your troops up instead of fishing for certain ninjas. Because when you hear me talk about getting your troops and getting your hero roster strong as an alliance, if you're trying to compete in the top of the creme de la creme, you want to have 30 across the board. 5 sets of 30 for manas, 5 sets of 30 for magic, just in case if you're putting them on your defense or you're going to use them for the mythic titan and stuff like that. And same thing for alliance quests. You want to do that for your the teams that you're bringing in for epic, rare, epic, and legendary. That's what I would do if I was you. We lost. I found out, I think 2 hours ago, that 7 Days Departed lost to the Avengers. So I knew that the Avengers were like number 3, and they barely lost to Team Money, aka Team Korea, the last time they faced them, which was recently. I think it was the second Rush War. I don't know if it was the first or the last Rush. One of the last Rush attacks for the war. They lost by 100 and something. So even though they lost Thor and Fried Chicken, Thor is an extremely good player with an extremely deep roster with some powerful heroes and his troops. So I don't know what happened, why he left, but just understand when I said that in my video, in order to beat them, you have to get strong as a whole. And I'm not going to be the one to tell people, even in our alliance in this one or anywhere else, that, hey, you need to spend more money. And that's not my job to do that, or my right to tell anyone that. It's their right to decide whatever they want to do. If they just want to play casually and have fun, or be in the top 100 but not trying to be in the top 10. There's a huge difference. So I know people think that when I say this that it's the end all be all, but I don't know. Even there's a gap. So let's say 7 Days Departed, Team Korea, and the Avengers. And look at the score. This is the second closest I've been to coming close to beating Team Korea. This is the second. So let's say we're in 4th place. We're just going to use this for an example. For us and down the road, there in the top 10, all top 10 alliances, at least 3 to 4 are clearly higher than the other ones, like literally stronger. And some players are, this is just how it is. I'm not putting nobody down or trying to make anyone feel bad, but there's some that's like not that strong as far as their hero roster and their troops. But that's all good, because that's why when the game forces us to lose, we got to pick each other up. No one is going to go 6 for 6 all the time, where the final score, the max is 9,000 points. So that's not going to happen. You're not going to see 9,000 points on both sides. The closest I've seen was what happened to Gypsy Danger before when I was with the Avengers, and they got like 8,000, was it 8,500 or something? But then they beat us by 8,000 on the dot. Like, they literally got 8,000 even. So they was 1,000 points off. So the game has to force some losses. You just don't know if it's going to be you or not. But and when I was in my match, this match right here against Kenson, I knew the way the board was going already that the game was going to force me to lose. But when I got my specials and it was her time to hit my Costume Drake and Poseidon and Guardian Gazelle with a max, I knew that that's the only way that the game is programmed to do that, to force the loss. Because if not, I would have killed off Xenophod, and I would have I still would have lost Guardian Gazelle because Faline would have hit her. But because her health was too low. Even if she would have got the health regen after my turn, I still would have lost, but I would have gotten more points. Put it that way, right? But I knew that was going to happen. So that right there, when you see the game is forcing you to lose versus the other 5 that I got one shots on, That's the way it is. When I came into this game, I was always told from people who've been playing it since day one that the AI was trash. Like it was that bad. And then all of a sudden, the devs like programmed the AI to be better than human beings to a certain, like it's perfect. We can't outsmart the AI, to a certain degree. It knows exactly how much health, how much damage, or what damage it needs to do to get rid of you. And that's why they allow the hero to do more damage than it's supposed to, or even higher. Especially buff booster, where it's just ridiculous. They can do a normal attack with Wukong or Ranveer. Special, a normal attack would do like 1,500 for no reason. They just program it to do that, to force the L. So that's totally different than like my teammates that got done in, where the strongest alliance will win. So it should not be a weaker alliance on strength. Who's weaker should win. I mean, it's a pay to win game at the end of the day. You have to put some respect on the pay to win. You have to. If not, if you sit here and say, "Oh, we're a top 50 alliance, we can beat a top 10 alliance," the game is not going to let you do it. Plain and simple. There's no way that can happen. If that was to happen, and everyone was on their A game in that top 10 alliance and a top 50 was doing the best they can and they won, oh my gosh, all hell would break loose. It would. Y'all know that. And it's okay. Like I don't get mad that like we lost the team money. I don't get mad at this. I mean, it hurts to see that my teammates, got done in, but you gotta understand they're more strategic. Them, at least them in 7 Days Departed, they're more strategic in lining up their defense to be together. So you see the score 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 51. And their team power is pretty much the same. So when you see me play against them and you see my past videos, it doesn't matter. You're basically facing the same lineup. You just got to make sure that the RNG is going to be in your favor and have the best heroes available if it is, so you can take them out. If not, you're going to get destroyed. You got to know what teams that you have to put together to take them out. That will give you the best chance at this level. You can't come in with some, like my second account. I can't bring my second account in here and thinking, oh yeah, if I just do this type of lineup, I'm good. Now I'm going to get Mollywop. Mollywop City, but man. So if you ever decide, these are the folks who are not in the top 10, or if you're in the top 20 to top 100, if you ever decide you want to move to the top 10, you got to make sure that your hero roster is together and your troops are together, because that's the first thing that the leaders and co-leaders are going to see. They're going to kick you right fast. If you come up, hey man, I want to join y'all. Hey, you got to wait your turn. I had to wait my stripes, even though I spent a good amount of money and I moved up pretty fast, but I still had to wait my turn because the ascension mats are not coming like candy. I'm getting 2 stars and 3 stars like candy, and 4 stars have become to a halt lately. But I mean, if you want to use my lineup, my hero roster as a reference, or anyone else, do it. I'm not saying that my hero roster is the end all be all and you should only follow mine. A lot of y'all see me, put Guardian Gazelle in the corner and don't know why I do that. The reason why I do that is because I used to put her in the middle and she would get mollywopped a lot, because you're going against heroes that would do 3. But if it's the heroes that hit all, it doesn't matter. But if you're going up against like Costume Lassie, I learned that putting this is way before I started using Guardian Gazelle. I started putting Ariel right here and Mother North right there. So at least they both are not together and they getting beat down. I need one to be separated to give my team a chance. So that's why I always put her in the corner over here. And I'll always go, you see me go left to right. Hit her, doom, 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 all the way, boom, boom, boom. When I use my specials, I want to do it like that because I don't want to be, oh snap, and then now oh snap, I forgot to hit the defense down first, and I hit, Quinnell first before I hit Evelyn. Now I want Evelyn over here, and I got Quinnell, and I got Guardian Gazelle, and I hit her, and then they're ready to go, and I'm all over the place. So that's why I do that. But not saying you have to do what I do, but that's why I do that. That's why I always put her in the corner. So I'm pretty much done. If you have any questions, just ask. I'll do my best to help. The one thing that people do get annoyed at, and I see it, is the fact that there are some people that just constantly like, fix my team, fix my team, fix my team, set up my team, set up my team. Who should I put in? It's like, you should be at the point, if you've been playing this game for a very long time, and I'm not saying the newest heroes, but in general, you should have an idea of how to set up your offense and your defense. Like you should already know the basic by now. I'm not talking about newcomers. I'm talking about seasoned players up to veteran. Now, it's one thing if you like, hey, man, I'm starting to use these heroes. I'm trying to figure this out. That's different. That's okay. But if you're constantly asking for the same thing over and over again, then you're not helping yourself to do, your own research by figuring things out in this game. Like going into here and just picking a stage that would kind of like benefit using that team and see how they work. Or going into the raid chamber and just like figuring it out, like, does this work? Like the synergy. I mean, forget the board. Like if the board is going to be in your favor, it's going to give you the tiles. But you know why you brought them in. That you have to know why you bring in your heroes in. What are you doing? Like now, some people are a believer of where's she at? Her. At first, there's people who don't believe in her. They just look at her as a fast healer, she just puts minions out. But those minions still, you saw that I was using Lepiota a lot, but now I'm using her. So I will use Lepiota as well. It just depends on the situation, and her too, to do that deep hit with a costume White Rabbit. I need that. So, again, you ask questions. I do my best to try to reply to everybody. It's hard to give myself to make time and respond to a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people want to watch this video, and I do my best that I can. I'm in so many lineups, and sometimes there's some lineups I haven't even responded to in weeks, and that's my fault. But like I just had my birthday and. Not trying to make an excuse, but I'm just telling you. There's still some people I haven't replied back to, and I'm going to get to them eventually. I'm going to get to you. If you're watching this video, I'm going to get to you. Just give me time. I'm sorry. I'm not the type of person, I just don't want to talk to you or I want to have nothing to do with you. So I just thank all of y'all who have watched my videos and been sticking with me through thick and thin, through the good and bad, all my goofy jokes, how I laugh at myself, call myself stupid, making dumb moves. Trying to have fun, have my wife involved when she's watching, and, my raid tournaments and warheads when I get a chance. And subscribing and, liking it, my videos. I never ask anyone to subscribe and like, but, y'all do it. Yeah, I want it to be a genuine thing when you like, man, I'm liking this, or I'm subscribing to this dog. I like Born. Regardless, like you accept me for who I am, and I appreciate it to the bottom of my heart. I appreciate it, and I'm trying to do my best. Like where I know it gets tiring seeing the same heroes, but at the top you have to use some of these lineups that will work for you. You have to give yourself a chance. And there's some people who ain't gonna tell you nothing. You ask a question, they're not going to tell you, even though they know the answer. You know why? Because they don't want you to have an edge. They don't want you to like if you end up ever facing them and you're not in their alliance, they're not going to tell you, because then you might have a chance of beating them, and that's just the competitive nature of some folks that take it that way, and they have every right to do that, you know. And they don't post their videos because they don't want it. They don't want you to see the heroes that they're putting together and using in their offense that gives them a chance. But they want to see yours. They'll take everything from you, but they won't give you nothing. And that's just a way of life. All right. Peace, love, and happiness when I'm out. I will holler at y'all soon. I'm sorry that it took this long to do this request, but I hope that you liked and enjoyed it. And anytime I get certain heroes, and if it's like multiples in one, whenever I do a summons, y'all see that I do a short clip and post it. All right. Peace, love, and happiness when I'm out, y'all.